Okay, so this is gonna be a long one. Just prepare yourself. Small little story time into my life. When I was 14, my birth woman told me that she had a dream that my stepdad and me, or myself rather. Okay, back up because the grammar was. Mm-mm. She told me that she had a dream about my stepdad and myself holding hands, walking through the apartment that we were living in at the time. Walking, we were holding hands, we were walking through the apartment, or like walking through the living room type shit, and like we had walked past her, and basically like I turned my head and did one of them type of things to her, while she was like sitting on the couch. So this is a dream. And ever since then, she treated like for a long, I ain't gonna say ever since then, well, whatever, for a long period of time, like years, years, okay, years. This lady treated me like I was a random ass bitch on the street, like I like crazy, right? All kind of shit. So anyway, she had that dream, told me about it. Like I said, it would be to the point. It would be she'll do things like if mind you now, this man has been with her since I was 7, 8, 7, 8 years old. I'm 35. So it's like I don't want to. I mean, in retrospect, he's like a dad to me. But unfortunately, he wasn't a dad only because his mental wasn't there. His mental wasn't there. I think he had real bad PTSD and depression and some other things going on with him, but it didn't allow for him to be a part of our lives the way that he probably wanted to. So he wasn't there. He was there physically, yes, but like mentally, emotionally, financially, no problem. And I know that that's why my birth woman got with him because she was a sack chaser and she's looking for help. The easiest way she can get it, but whatever. Anyway, um, I'm sorry, y'all. um, so yeah, she treated me like shit for a long time. Um, like I was saying, it would be stuff like we couldn't even be in the same room together for too long. Like if I'm in the kitchen and say he's in the living room, and you know how most of the time the kitchen, you got the kitchen, dining room, living room type shit. Like if I'm in the kitchen, he's in the dining room. Guess who's coming down the stairs? Trying to, what's going on? What y'all doing? What y'all doing? I'm cooking. What do you see me doing? But it would be like that, like regularly throughout the day type shit, like all the time, to the point where basically that happened so much to the point where I didn't feel comfortable having a relationship with him. Like I didn't feel comfortable being alone with him. And this is supposed to be the man that you married. This is supposed to be the man that you wanted to, I don't want to say lead your children, but I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the man that you chose to be with around your children. But it's like me as your daughter can't even form any type of a relationship with him because you feel like something is going on. Okay. At the time, even though I'm hurting and I'm angry about it, it's like I'm still yearning for her love. I'm still yearning for that connection with her. I'm still yearning for her to snap the fuck out and realize like nothing that you're talking about is going on. Like I'm trying to build with you. And you're basically giving me your ass to kiss for what though? But okay. I know you're not supposed to hate nobody, but her spirit really truly has always bothered me. Her spirit I just can't get with it. I just can't. Even as much as I try to, I just can't. I just can't. But okay. So yeah, basically even I wasn't able to really form a relationship with him on any type of level. Like we might have, talked here and there, but it wasn't nothing that was extensive. Okay, cool. Um Fast forward, he comes here to this house because he's the reason why we're in this house. Let's just keep it a buck. Compared to where we was living at before this, yeah, he's definitely the reason why we're here. So all praise to the Most High. Thank you for putting him in position to bring us out here. Thank you for bringing us out here first and foremost. But so yeah, Long story short, he came here in his last days. Basically, at the time, we didn't know it was his last days. Um, but he came back here because he had been sick and he needed to basically be on a flat level. And where he was staying at previously, it wasn't. It was like he had stairs to go up and down. It just wasn't feasible for his condition at the time. Okay, cool. So he comes back here, and even then, his wife was complaining about that. You know why? Because he needed to be attended to. He needed to be, seen about. He was sick, you know? But for her, it clicked. Oh, well, he might leave me some money. He might let me try to do all I can because I know if he die, I'ma have some money. hmm I can't make this up. And if you know, then you know. So yeah, anyway, the man was sick. I want to say, probably about 2 months in. Fast forward, because yeah, it's a lot. On this particular incident, he had called me downstairs, text me, whatever. He was like, "Hey, I'm having some pain. Can you come help? Can you come, try to see what's going on, whatever, whatever." Okay, so I go downstairs. He's like, "Can you call the insurance and ask them about this, this, and this?" So I'm calling, doing the things, whatever, whatever, and he was basically he didn't have any feeling in his right side, I believe it was. So yeah, he didn't have no feeling in his right side at all. And if you know what that means, then you know what that means. I I didn't want to claim it, but he was basically like, "I feel like I'm having a stroke." Okay, so what it was, I can't remember what the pause was about, but long story short, it was a brief pause. And then it was like I was getting, I don't know what happened. I can't remember. I just know that he asked me to pull his pants up because they were falling down. He was like, "Hey, can you pull my pants up? They're falling." And I've never been put in a position like that, even as like a child with a like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, you know how some children are like their parents' caretakers, so they have to do those type of things. Like, I've never been in that type of position, so to me, I was like, I kind of froze. But more so not because of him asking me that. It was more so like I was triggered because if I do this, then he might mention it to Brent. Act like y'all didn't hear that. He might mention it to, my birth woman, and now she finna trip out. Or now she finna, assume this or assume that, or, it's about to be something else. I don't got time for that. I don't want to deal with that. So because I, had those thoughts, and I froze, you know what I'm saying? And it was just more so, I didn't do it. I couldn't do it. I didn't want to hear the assumptions or the I didn't want to hear all of that noise that I knew what was going to come from it had she found out that I pulled his pants up for him because he wasn't physically able to. You know what I'm saying? So in the midst of that, I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. I go upstairs, I lay down, never go back downstairs. Um, Now, prior to the whole pull up my pants thing, he did say something about I'm gonna probably go to the hospital, but I'm gonna wait till your mom gets here. He did say that. So that's where the pause came in at. But yeah, so I go upstairs, I lay down, I ended up falling asleep. I'm crying because I'm like, man, this man really needed me, and I'm folding on him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling bad because I'm like, I wanted to, but I couldn't bring myself to do it because of what could have been said. So fast forward, I wake up, I hear some noise, I hear people talking, and come to find out, he was rushed to the hospital, and he pretty much passed away like that night. If not that night, I want to say it was like early morning the next day type shit. And so now my last memory boy, what the fuck? Yeah.